Yeah, I think you can get part of what I'm about to talk about here out of the title. The part I'm not putting in the title is that, well, I'll just get to that. So first things first. This was, I think, early December when this happened. Me and three of my friends were just out driving around because later we were going to go to Walmart, and yeah, I'll get to that too. But basically, we were just driving around, and then we happened to see one of our friends, or one of the guys we knew, whatever. He was driving by, and we just thought it was him. We'll get to that. So we see him drive by, so we're like, "Oh, look, there's our friend." And for the sake of the story, I'll call him Jacob. We'll say his name's Jake. We'll say our friend's name is Jacob. So Jacob, he like he we're like at a stop sign here. What am I trying to do? We're at a stop sign here, and he's like going down this road, and so we see him drive past this road. So we kind of we turn right and follow him. So we go behind him. We assume he thinks it's someone like who knows him, right? So we start like honking at him, and like we're like waving at him, like all this stuff, and he just nothing happens, and we just keep going, and one of my other friends who has his phone number, he calls him. It goes to voicemail. But anyway, he starts like taking turns, like in kind of this residential area. I guess there's a bunch of houses and stuff, and it's really like block style, I guess. You know, so then he just starts taking random turns, and we're like, what is he doing? So we just keep following him. We honk at him every now and then. We're just wondering what he's doing, and and we, it kind of turns more into a game at one point, because he at one point he turned down the wrong way of a one-way street just to like try and evade us, and we actually followed. I wasn't driving. One of my friends was driving. I was in the front passenger seat, but we basically turned down the street to follow him. Like we just kept going and going and going, and we looped like all around this area. And then we figured out, his girlfriend, his girlfriend also has a twin, and I think they were both in the car at the time. But, yeah, we figured out he was going to their house. He was going to his girlfriend's house, to do something. I don't know, drop him off or just hang out there for a bit. I don't know. It was kind of late at night, like 8:30, 9ish. It'd be kind of weird to stay there that late, in my opinion. That's just me. But anyway, besides that, yeah, we'll get into the nitty gritty. We kept following him, whatever, whatever, and then we get to a point where he turns, and then we're like, wait a minute, we can find him again if we just go around this way, because we knew where his girlfriend's house was. His girlfriend's in a different grade, but the same grade as one of our other friends who's in the car. They're both 2 years younger than us. It was well, me and two of my friends were in the same grade, and yeah, the one guy specifically was 2 years younger than us. But that's besides the point. Anyway, so we take this. Well, it's not really a shortcut. It was kind of a longer way around, but we kind of sped around it at a decent pace, whatever. So we kind of sped around it. We got on the other side. We see him pulling into his girlfriend's driveway, right? And we we drive slowly past, and my friend who's driving, like, he rolls his window down because we were going to say hi to him, and he goes behind the house. And then we realized right then and there that there his girlfriend's dad was standing right there in the front lawn. Like, it's dark outside, we couldn't really see. His dad was standing right there in the front lawn with a baseball bat in his hands, and he was slowly walking towards the car. So we all started panicking and screaming, and we drove away. And it was a pretty funny moment, and it was pretty cool. But anyway, like an hour later, he calls my friend back who called him originally, and finally figures out that it was us. And he was like pissed at us. He was like thinking we were like trying to like he was thinking that we were like about to like kill him or something, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. As if we're honking at him and he thinks we're just gonna kill him. I don't know. That was weird to me. But um anyway, basically he got really pissed, and he was like he actually didn't know that me and my friend who was driving was in the car. Like he didn't know that we were in the car. He only knew the my two friends in the back seat were in the car. And basically he was like threatening like my he was threatening my friends. He's telling them to show up at the school parking lot to have a fist fight. Which makes no it is so dumb. It was so dumb to me. He's like, 1 minute boxing match, it just get our anger. It'll I think it's a good way to solve its issues, which it is not. It is not a good way. But anyway, this kind of got us like a little bit riled up about the whole situation. And back to the whole Walmart and that spiel. Yeah, we were going out toilet papering that night. So that is that if that clears anything up. Now, at this point in time, we didn't like think about doing anything to him yet, because after we went to Walmart, we went back to my friend's house, and we were there for a couple of hours. Like, we waited for it to get later and later. And he was just nonstop texting, spamming, calling my friend. Like, it was just nonstop. It was nuts. So, about the whole whatever. You know what? You know what I mean. So, we went out. It was finally late enough. We went out. We went to do who we were originally going to toilet paper, like completely unrelated. And they actually got a new dog conveniently, and it started barking. So we didn't do him. And then that's when the idea clicked. What if we do Jacob, as we're calling him? What if we do his house? So that's what we did, and we did it bad. Like, our friend who's younger, he has like 4 different jobs. He's like swimming in it. We burnt like $100 in like toilet paper and stuff, like at Walmart, like a lot of money. Like, it was a lot, and we burnt practically all of it. We burnt practically all of it just on his yard, and there was so much. There was so much. We even had one of those giant barrel traffic cones. We had one of that. We coned off his driveway. Like, it was insane what we did. Here's a picture of one of my friends, in front of the tree. That's with a filter so you can see in the dark better. But that was just part of it. That was just like one of the trees, and that was maybe like kind of a fifth of the yard. That's not even covering all of this. Like, all of that. It was bad, but it felt great. It was hilarious, and everything was cleared up at the end. We all kind of cleared it up like a few days later, and it was all said and done. But it's just a funny story in my opinion, and I just wanted to tell it because it was just funny. So that's the story. Thanks for watching.